So in side plank, obviously we can do all the variations where we have the knees on the floor, the hips lifted, the elbow on the floor. We can have the hand on the floor. Certainly it may be strengthening for wrist, and the wrist is one area prone to osteoporosis, but it may be too much for people's wrists. So elbow is obviously another option. You can have the leg, one leg extended. You can have two legs extended, one in front of the other, one on top of the other. And then you can have variations with the arms, obviously shoulder away from the ears, trying to avoid sagging in the hips, trying to avoid too much elevation in the hips. And then you can add, for added difficulty, elevation of the foot and little pulses up for 5, 4, 1, and coming down. You can do the same on one knee. Elevate that leg for 5. We're trying to avoid, again, sagging down or sagging up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can do all of that with bands. So I'll do that on the other arm, just so I'm not straining myself. So putting a band around the feet. This is not a complex sequence. We can come up onto the elbow or the wrist, and we can keep one knee on the floor and do elevations with the band for 5, 4, keeping this waist lifted, 2, 1, or if someone's able, they can come up higher onto the 2 feet and do the same lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That has me at the end of my capability. The reason we're bringing in side plank is because we want to train or bring some tone into the oblique abdominal. So coming into any kind of side plank, spending time maybe doing clamshells will also add work for the glutes. Clamshells are straight out of Pilates, and they can be done up on the wrist. They can be done down on the elbow. They can be done lying right down. And you can do them with a band around the knees. I might as well try the other side now, so you're welcome to play around with the band and the different levels. Also, a nice interesting thing you might enjoy playing with is clamshells with 2 feet elevated. The bottom knee is on the floor, but the feet are off the floor. That adds a little extra demand to the side body and to the glutes themselves. So that's training the side body differently than plank, not isometrically, but in terms of pulsations. You could also, if you're looking for a little more for side activation, is bring the body fully onto the side. The knees are bent at a diagonal from the hips rather than in front of the hips, and simply lifting up the head to reach for the bottom wall. And coming down and feeling that it is the muscles of this sideways lifting and lengthening, or contracting short and contracting long. Try and keep the bottom waist a little off the floor. And then you've got activation for both sides of the waist.